warm welcome. My name is Maria and this is In the Steps of the Vikings channel. So in today's video, we will be discussing Christian Christmas versus Vikings Yule. And we will try to understand whether the tradition of decorating a pine tree originated with Christianity, or maybe it was some kind of a common custom during Yule's pagan celebration. And I'll also show how we decorate the house for the holidays and how we celebrate Christmas. Christians around the world celebrate the birth of Jesus during Christmas. However, traditions vary between different countries as well as the date of celebration. Some countries tend to have their main celebrations, which includes a nice meal, family gathering, perhaps presents exchange, on Christmas Eve, the 24th of December, like in Denmark. Others have their main meal and opening of presents on the Christmas day itself, the 25th of December, like in the United Kingdom, while Eastern Orthodox Church celebrates Christmas on a different calendar, which places the celebrations on the 7th of January. The Bible doesn't provide the exact date of birth of Christ, and the Gospels of Matthew and Luke focus more on the events surrounding the birth rather than the date. The choice of December 25th as the date for celebrating Christmas is believed to have been influenced by the Roman Emperor Constantine, who officially recognized Christianity in the 4th century, and the celebration of Jesus' birthday was established to coincide with the existing Roman festival, the birth of the unconquered sun, which took place around the winter solstice. The selected date provided Christian alternative to the pagan festivals, allowing better integration of Christmas into Roman culture. Yule is associated with winter festivities and rituals that took place in Scandinavia. Today's pagan community tends to celebrate Yule around the winter solstice. However, it wasn't always the case. In the past, time was often measured by the lunar phases in agricultural cycles, and the dates of the celebrations related to Scandinavian Yule were not fixed. The festival was celebrated over a period of time, some sources claim 12 days or longer. It was considered a midwinter holiday and most likely took place somewhere in January. As with today's Christmas, in the past, traditions and even the exact dates of Yule's celebration might have been different between different communities. The harsh season dictated some of the tradition, for example, burning of logs, sacrifice of animals to the gods, and of course you are left with some skin and meat, eating and drinking meat during the feast. All this helped to stay warm and survive the winter. The Viking Age, that roughly began at the 8th century and ended in the 11th century, coincides with the coming of Christianity to Scandinavia, which was a long and gradual process that lasted several centuries. Started in the 8th century, and by the 12th century, Christianity had become the dominant religion in Scandinavia. In fact, we know that some Vikings were baptized. It was only in the 10th century that the dates of Yule were moved towards Christmas, and Yule was linked to the winter solstice. So basically we can see how two holidays merged into one. In fact, today, Yule, spelled with J, in Danish means Christmas. Needless to point out that a lot of traditions migrated between Yule and Christmas. You would still burn logs and eat a good meal to stay warm. Interestingly, the image of Thor's hammer Mjolnir and the increased popularity of wearing it as an amulet during the Viking Age most likely was inspired by Christianity. But what about the Christmas tree? Well, use of branches of the evergreen trees as a symbol of life and rebirth during the winter months has ancient roots. However, the specific tradition of bringing an evergreen tree indoors and decorating it in a manner similar to modern Christmas trees is tracked back to Germany in the 16th century. By this time, Germany was Christian. The tradition of decorating a Christmas tree gained wide recognition only in the 19th century, partially due to the influence of European royalty. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert, who had German roots, popularized it in the UK, and from there the tradition spread to other European countries and to the United States. Russian Tsar Peter the Great, who was very fond of German culture, brought the tradition to Russia. However, the Soviet Union forbade Christmas trees in 1926 because of the connection to Christianity. In 1935, the decoration of the pine trees was allowed again,
but only in relation to the celebration of New Year's, as the regime disapproved of any religion or spiritual work. Well, as we see, traditions and customs are dynamic and subject to change over time. There are several factors that contribute to the evolution and transformation of traditions within society, and therefore today we can't trace back all the customs that were related to the ancient celebration of Yule. It certainly depends a lot on the community and time. However, some sources point out that ancestor worship took place during Yule. People visited burial mounds and most likely some rituals were held there. Praying and offering to the gods could have been performed next to a mound, as well as lighting of fires. The drone is flying now above such burial mound from the Bronze Age. By the way, I have made a video about this specific mound and the ancient sorcerer that was buried there. You are welcome to watch. I will leave the link in the description. When I was filming here previously, late May, early June, I was complaining that the mound is barely visible because of the trees that are covering it. However, now, during winter, when the trees are naked, the mound is pretty evident. As for our family, we celebrate Christmas, and it is time of happiness and holiness. It is associated with values of love and generosity, and it is a holiday filled with light that definitely lifts my spirit during long winter nights. Most of our tree decorations have a history and meaning. Some ornaments were passed in the family during several generations. The oldest one dates back to the 50s and once belonged to my grandparents, so whenever I put them on our tree, I remember my grandparents. The most recent tree decorations are the ones brought from different countries and journeys, so they hold the special moments of joy and excitement from the holiday trip. It is time to wish everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a very happy New Year. If you enjoy this video, please let me know by pressing the like button and perhaps leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.